Hey, welcome to the channel. Today we'll be taking a quick look at the Vargo-S assault rifle and the 5 builds needed to turn it from 0 to hero in the quickest, most painless way possible. Unless specified, these builds will be for hardcore modes, as it's by far the best way to complete camo challenges, especially when having to use underpowered attachments, so be sure to keep that in mind, as they most likely won't do very well for you in core. Starting us off here is going to be a just-in-case build. Most of the basic challenges, things like headshots, eliminations, bloodthirsties, they're going to unlock with no problem just through casual play. But on the off chance you make it all the way to the end, and have some progress in those categories to mop up, this optimized general level 70 build will make quick work of anything left. I'm not going to go over this one, as most people will probably just wing it to get the basic tiers out of the way anyways, but it is there if you're looking for some inspiration. The real meat of this guide, however, is about the specific builds that are for specific camo challenges. These ones require a little bit more fine-tuning to make smooth progress in the challenge while still having a relatively good time doing so. The first such one is for the Deadeye tier, which has to get 50 long shot kills. I finished the challenge with the silencer that unlocks at level 36, pretty much out of habit and preference, but it works perfectly fine with the outlined attachments that I'd consider staples of this build. The barrel says, at the cost of long-range performance, but I have no idea what that even means, because it's definitely made for this challenge. You're looking for general accuracy, initial accuracy, and an optic that offers good visibility, and these all fit those specifications very nicely. The next build I have here took a match or two to get used to initially, because it's a little slow to draw and fire when using the restricted attachments. It's for Survivalists, which has to get 100 kills with the Nazarin 336 AG barrel, 8mm Mauser 30 round mags, and the Mirzoyan ANC stock equipped. I added the ADS and sprint to fire speed attachments here to make it a little faster, but it definitely didn't help as much as I would have liked. I believe the problem for me was using it too much like an SMG in close quarter scenarios when you really should try to slow it down and put a bit of distance between you and the target. Or, at the very least, make sure to pre-aim around corners and through those narrow entryways on smaller maps. Once I got a bit more used to the timing, the challenge pretty much just melted away, and I actually wound up finishing it that very next match. Now this next challenge and the build for it can be a little bit more SMG-like, which is definitely my preference. It's for the Mind Games tier, which has to get 100 ADS kills with a G16 2.5x optic, Mirzoyan ANC stock, and the 6.5mm Sakura 45 round mags equipped. It's almost amazing to me how much one attachment can completely change a setup, because beyond the barrel, the arrangement from this one compared to the last isn't that drastically different in stats. But yet, to me anyway, it performed miles better in comparison. The welcome speed did need a balance to it, however, so to make sure that accuracy was up to par, I added the Carver foregrip and the Stippled rear grip to help it in that regard. I ended up liking this one so much that it heavily influenced the general build I put up at the start of the video. One build for a challenge remains, and this one was actually kind of embarrassing for me. The attachments for this Death Artist setup, which has to get 100 kills without taking damage from that enemy, with the Mercury Silencer, Mirzoyan 414 custom barrel, and the subsonic ammo, again have a little bit of higher handling times that I wanted to cut down on. Thinking on it, I thought, maybe I could use low caliber mags. The lower damage wouldn't really be a problem due to getting incendiary procs that would make up the damage difference, so I should be golden, right? And for 51 kills, I wondered why the hell it was taking me so long to kill enemies, before realizing the ammo type was changed to do the challenge. I swear, sometimes it takes me way too long to put the simplest things together. But the good news is that my screw-ups end up creating an easier build for you folks to use, so I guess it's not all that bad. Anyways, I went back to the stock magazine to balance it out, which made it feel much better time to kill wise. But make sure again to give yourself some space and to pre-aim when needed. The handling times, while not terrible, are just high enough to get you easily killed if you're unprepared. Finally, if you're interested in creating some general core builds to add to your loadouts, I have a couple options here that you may like. The first is a close-range SMG-ish type build that focuses on high fire rate. And the second one here is more used like its intended purpose of an assault rifle while being heavily spec'd into accuracy. I don't see them overtaking the meta anytime soon, but they are nice options if you're looking to try something different. Test them out and let me know what you think. If you enjoyed the content, a like rating is always appreciated, and be sure to keep an eye out for a guide on Season 5's weapons when they eventually release. Take care, and enjoy the rest of your day. Later.